Alright. Let's get into it, bro.
Woo! I'm into it already. First live pod, baby. First live pod.
Yo. I am not about to raise the roof. I'm gonna let him do his thing though.
We here. I'm ready now.
Alright, yo. Welcome back to the Lum LaL show.
Yes.
I'm your host, Lal.
And it's your boy Lum, and we got a very strong music bed today. Excuse us.
Yes, we do.
Very strong music bed.
I am very happy to be here today. We are at the Millvale Community Day, which is focusing on community wellness and mental health.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of people out here today that are really advocating for mental health to be something that is not stigmatized. You feel me? They're advocating for being available for people in crisis. So there's a lot of dope shit here tonight.
Yeah, there
or
is.
today, rather.
Yeah.
And we just want to highlight that, man.
Yeah,
we
for
also
sure.
want to highlight the man behind the camera, Corey Ochai.
Yeah. Shout
The
out man,
man, the
Corey.
myth, the legend.
Holding it down.
I just met him and he's a legend.
It's the
already.
only reason y'all can hear this audio clear right now with the music in the background, so y'all should thank him. He's the only reason this audio is going to be clear, so
He's
thank
the
y'all.
only reason why.
For sure.
And I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, House of Wax.
Yes.
Who are some of the individuals that are organizing this entire event. And they are an organization that also focuses on mental health.
Yes.
But actionable. They add music to the plate. They're talking about how hip hop and music can be an avenue, a venue for someone addressing their mental health issues and needs. You feel me? So
Yeah.
I gotta love that because music is really what helped me.
Oh,
through
yeah,
my,
for sure.
Adolescence really coming up. I feel like
Yeah.
the connection to music really gave you a place to belong. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
It was the people attached to it too. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you making music and it puts you in different environments around different people. And when you weed through a lot of them people, you realize you might find some real people you really identify with. So I feel like it's the journey the music kind of takes you on too, and the places it brings you to, for real.
Right.
As well as creating it, even by your damn self. You know
Right.
what I mean? It's great for your mental health. So I agree with that too, for sure.
I also want to give a shout out to another one of our sponsors, Catherine Trends, who hooked us up with these dope pillows that you see on the side of the
Yes.
table right here.
Yes.
I think Lum got a Tupac.
Yep.
And I got a Biggie.
Yep.
There's a Snoop Dogg one. There's a Kobe one.
Yep.
There's a fashion designer named Imani who does beautiful work. Just
Yeah.
had a fashion show over at TT Studios. So we got a lot of people that are supporting the pod right now. And of course, you viewing this right now is one of our many sponsors by hitting that like button,
That's you.
by hitting that subscribe button, by just tuning in and seeing what we're talking about, and also doing the work in your own life to be the best version of yourself.
Yes.
That's all we can ask for is people that create content to help you impact and do that as well. But let's get into the nitty gritty.
Get into the
man.
shits?
Let's get
Yo.
to it, bro.
Yo.
What we talking about, man?
At what age is it too old? Are you too old to beef over petty shit? What age are you too old to beef over something completely petty? Because I feel like it's only in hip hop where like our guys be going out looking crazy sometimes. Like, because I don't know if anybody heard. Well, I guess everybody heard about it now because it's been on the Breakfast Club with Envy and Rick Ross, bro.
That's a weird one,
bro. That's
a
very strange one. And I think,
altercation to me.
I do think like I was telling my girl, like Envy was basically 50 DJ. So I feel like there's a lot of underlying shit between Rick Ross and 50 Cent.
There could be a lot of that.
I think there's a lot of underlying, but also though, it's just getting out of hand for a car show.
It's strange,
to promote a car show. It's not like nobody got robbed or stomped out or anything like that, but it's just like for a car show, it's so strange.
Two black men are in an altercation simply because they're both trying to do good things.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
sick.
Because Rick Ross said his Envy's car show ain't on my
head.
level. And I just think it's because Rick Ross is just too funny sometimes,
No.
bro.
But you know what?
He'll make you mad.
When I think about it, to me anyway, I feel like that was. I'm looking for another word.
Yeah.
But I think the only word that's popping out to me is that was very zesty.
Yeah, it was.
Because if someone asks me about another man and what he's doing, even if he's doing something similar to me, even if it feels like personally that he's biting off me, in this interview, I'm not about to shit on him just because of that simple fact.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna go crazy. I mean, maybe if I don't.
Though.
Yeah, but maybe they do. And he's been on the break. Now it's weird to say he's been on the Breakfast Club. I feel like 1,000 times. So, but maybe they do, or maybe Envy was just waiting for him to say something dumb because it's like, all right, you already don't like my man. I already got to put up with you because of work. Yeah, man. So
it's
like,
just weird. Like,
weird.
he's not on my level. Like, why we gotta do all that?
Yeah, why we gotta do all that?
Why we gotta do that?
And more so, why we gotta bring up people's kids though?
Talking about your kids.
Why, like
break dance?
Like Rick Ross said.
What did he say?
He said, "Envy, this is my second pool. I need you to DJ right here, and your 7 sons can break dance."
That's sick.
To the Beastie Boys, licensed to ill.
That's
he don't
sick.
got 7 sons, so I guess but he do got a kid though. So it's like, what you talking about? My sons can come break dance by your pool, nigga. What are you talking about? Like, I'd be mad as hell. I'm a Rick Ross fan too, probably because of those same theatrics. But like, yo,
he's a wrestler.
Yeah, he's
a wrestler. Like Rick
Ross is
like
a fucking
Ric
wrestler.
Flair.
Bro.
Like he's like Ric Flair or something.
Like, his character is unmatched, bro. When he's in mode talking that shit, bro, it's like. And Envy came dressed as a cop, which is all, you know, they've been saying about Rick Ross forever. That he used to be a correctional officer and shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of theatrics. But at the heart of it, though, I feel like if they're not doing it on purpose to make money,
yeah.
If they're not, because they very well may be.
Yeah.
I don't think so, though, because Envy seemed to have taken some things very personal.
Yeah.
And the second version of Rick Ross's address was really personal.
Yeah, it was real. Talking about your wife. But if you bring up somebody's family, my wife and kids.
Steps.
Yeah.
That's a little wild, brother.
That's a little wild, bro.
But I do think that it's sad to see overall because why do we have problems, bro?
Yeah.
We're both doing something that is in the same, we're both in a car show. So what? Like, I don't care.
Why do we have to beef? Why can't we both? My whole thing is this, though. They're not even doing it at the same time, in the same place, in the same day, in the same vicinity. So what the hell is going on? Like, y'all not even nowhere near each other. That's like me getting mad because somebody throwing a party in Oakland.
Now, I guess.
And I'm like, yo, why you doing that over there?
A lot of people want to know from a different perspective, though, is it, I mean, I can't get mad at Nori for asking a question. You're drinking. The nigga's drunk.
Yeah.
And it's not even like he wasn't, I don't think he was trying to instigate.
Nah, I miss.
Maybe he was. I
just want to say that I miss when Nori used to get too drunk right at the beginning of Drink Champs and slur the whole fucking interview. I miss that Nori on Drink Champs. I miss him so much.
They told him, bro, you gotta chill, bro.
He's too professional now,
chill,
bro. Nori used to get so drunk, bro, and then just be slurring. I remember Dame Dash set him up. He was just looking at Dame the whole time, drunk the second half of the interview, like, you set me up. And Dame's was like, oh yeah, take another one. Take another one, nigga. Ask me some funny questions.
You set me up.
Bro, crazy.
How you gonna get me drunk on my show?
On my show, though. Like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think that's a little. I do think that's a little zesty. Hopefully, you know, it don't spill over. You know, there's not like a car show beef where like niggas ain't, you know, hurting each other or trying to hurt each other. Different situations like that.
Well, the thing is this though, like, I hope that neither one of them is willing to spend a lot of energy on this.
They both spend a lot.
It's already been a lot of energy, but how are you gonna have energy for all the other things that you're supposed to be doing, like your car show, like your music, like your show, like being a family man? Yeah. If you're spending so much energy replying to another dude about some shit that don't matter.
Yeah, if I was Envy, I wouldn't be replying to Rick Ross, like, especially like on my platform. Rick Ross is literally just getting on his phone and walking around his house, so he's expending less energy than you. I wouldn't even do it because it just gets petty. It's only gonna go too far to the point one of y'all gonna get offended. And I know it's tough because niggas hate being the bigger person, hate being the bigger person. I ain't no bitch. I know. I feel y'all.
I ain't gonna lie. Like,
still,
if I was in Envy's position, during because the first thing Rick Ross said to me was not really it was petty, but it wasn't really a diss.
Yeah, I would have ignored him. I wouldn't even say anything back.
It wouldn't even hit
about
me
somebody saying my car show.
Oh, he's not on my level. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna let you feel however you feel because I'm doing my thing. Yeah. So when you look over on your level and see me standing next to you, that's gonna be on you. Yeah. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, at all.
So I'm not addressing somebody saying, "Oh, he's not on my level." That's whatever.
Yeah, you gotta let shit roll.
I'm not about to come back and go crazy and say that your house is on Airbnb and. Yeah, I don't care, bro. Like, I'm not worried about that.
That is zesty. You know, I've been seeing what's zesty being a big topic of conversation lately too. Like,
what's zesty?
Is it zesty? Because I ain't gonna say it. Is it zesty if your homeboy texts you, "Yo, I'm mad at you right now"?
Is it zesty?
If your homeboy texts you, "Yo, I'm mad at you right now."
I think context matters.
Like, I think it seemed legit when I read it and I imagined it.
Wait. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I am upset with any of my brothers,
are you texting? Yo, I'm mad at you right now.
Those words.
You're not. Your girl's texting that.
No, my words is gonna be like, I don't even know. Just like, bro, what you doing later? Let's link. I want to holler at you.
I gotta holler at you.
Like, I'm not gonna text you. I'm mad. Cause then now we gotta have a conversation about why you're mad through text.
Yeah, and
I'm not doing that.
And for some reason, when I read it, I just picture you doing like this.
That's crazy.
I'm mad at you right now. And it's like, yo, what, son? What are you talking about?
Nah.
Yeah, I've been seeing, because I've been mad on Facebook, all I've been seeing is it gay if, like, a dude get his ankle tattooed? Like, is it gay if, like, you enjoy life? And I finally seen one that I kind of agree with, because all the girls was posting all this, nah, it's gay if you do this, gay if you do that stuff. For jokes, you know.
Is it gay to get a what?
Like, there was one that said, is it gay if a dude gets an ankle tattoo? And it was like, is it gay? But when I seen is it gay if you, you know what I'm saying, text your friend, yo, I'm mad at you right now. I'm like, that's kind of a relationship text.
Yeah.
I might feel some type of way if my man's just texting me, I'm mad at you right now. I might be like, nigga, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't think that texting your bro, I'm mad at you right now, is the move. Like,
yeah,
that's not even how men communicate, though. That's not even how men communicate.
No, we don't communicate like that.
We don't. If we need to have a conversation, and it happens, if we need to have a conversation about feelings that are disgruntled, as two men that are friends, and it happens exclusively or even partially, in my opinion, through text. Yeah. Someone dropped the ball.
Yeah, you're right.
Because we're supposed to talk in person.
You ain't supposed to have nothing. I remember I remember I had to fire somebody through text before, and he got emotional about that. So I ended up having to call him anyway. And I'm like, that wasn't even a conversation I should have had through text.
Right.
I should have called him. I ended up having to call him and explain
I will say, you pulled the trigger on that a little unexpectedly.
Yeah, I had to.
We didn't think that it was going to happen.
I had to.
But it happened the way it happened.
I had to. For everybody's sake, I had to pull the trigger on that. Shout out to my guy, too. Shout out to him. I ain't going to say his name. Shout out to him, though. He's a good dude.
Shout out to him. He's a great dude. He's a great dude. And some strange things happened, and it just happened the way it happened.
Yeah, honestly.
But,
good dude, though.
Yeah, I think it's zesty, bro.
Yeah.
It's zesty to text your boy and say, I'm mad at you, because we can communicate in person. Like, bro, let's link up. Pull up on me and be like, bro, we should have had ours such and such. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, I'm not going to let you know I'm mad at you through text as my homie. Not even my woman, though. Like, I'm not going to be like, babe, I'm mad at you. Like, let's
I'm not going to do that. To me, that sounds more like if a girl ever texts me that, I feel like I've got that text message from, like, girls in my life.
Absolutely.
I'm mad at you right now. I'd be willing to bet money on it. I just never seen it. But it was just funny because I was just seeing all these posts like, yo, is this zesty? Is that zesty? And shit like that. I'd be wondering where this shit be coming from. But that was the only one I seen, and I'm like, damn, that might be a little legit. There might be some merit to that, because I don't know if I've ever said that or received that from a guy. Shit. So
damn.
Fucking crazy.
But I said something earlier, though. I was talking about them wasting energy.
Yeah, for sure.
And on this whole beef thing, right? This zesty energy, whatever.
Yeah.
I think, though, because one of the things I wanted to talk about was when you do deplete yourself of your energy, when you do spend so much time on something that don't really matter, you're going to have to eventually refill your cup.
Yeah, for sure.
You're going to have to give yourself something so you can have the energy to do what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I mean?
For sure. You got to prioritize the energy.
Right. And I was talking yesterday about what it means to refill your cup.
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean? And I feel like what it means is to really focus on what your intuition is telling you.
Yeah.
Because, like, one thing I realized this in my own life experience is that your intuition always knows what you need to do.
Yeah.
We just always try to over-rationalize it or argue with it or try to come up with a reason why it's not the best course of action right now practically.
Yeah.
Or I got to go to work, or I got to do this, or I got to be this, so I can't really focus on what my intuition is telling me to do.
Yeah.
But if you want to refill your cup, I think what that means is you got to listen to the demands of your intuition.
Yeah.
Because, like, I was saying, like, your intuition could have told you to take a long bath for 4 days.
Yeah.
4 days you've been putting off. I should take a long Epsom salt bath. Nah, I gotta do this. Nah, I gotta do that. Nah, I ain't got time. Nah. And then day 5, now your neck hurt.
Yeah.
Now you're inflamed.
Yeah.
Or whatever, because you didn't listen to your intuition.
Yeah, I know. I think people kind of run from work a little bit. So whenever it's something, especially when you're already going through shit and you kind of need that bath, or maybe you just need to take 5 minutes for yourself, 20 minutes for yourself.
Right.
If it's a little bit of work, I feel like we kind of trick ourselves into thinking we don't have the time when we do. You know what I mean? Especially when there's a lot of shit going on, or trick ourselves into thinking we don't deserve the time when we do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I feel like it's like a mental game.
When you say work, what you mean? Like,
it's work to work on yourself, even to work. It's like I gotta get in the bath. I gotta run the bath. I gotta do all that.
That part. You
even that.
First,
even
you gotta
that.
clean the shower first.
You gotta clean that mug. Yeah, you gotta clean it.
You know what I mean?
Go get your towel. Maybe when you're worn out, maybe that's even too much for you.
Exactly.
Maybe that. I don't feel like running the bath right now. I'm just gonna take a quick shower, lay in the bed. I don't need to soak. I don't need to do none of that. Nah, it ain't gonna help me. Blase, blah. I don't deserve that time. I'm too busy. I got X, Y, and Z going on.
Right.
You really at war with yourself.
Right.
That's all I feel like mental health is. It's like being at war with yourself and losing probably.
Yeah.
Probably losing. You know what I mean?
And I think also when you get comfortable with losing.
Yeah, you do.
That's when a mental health issue can start to also be created.
Yeah.
Because you're in a cycle of being comfortable with losing the mental battle with yourself.
Yeah, because in my opinion, there ain't no voice that's more powerful in your own head than your own voice.
And hey, just to let anyone know, we're not lumping all mental health issues into losing a mental inner battle or something. But I am saying that can cause, I feel like, mental health issues by not listening to your intuition, man.
Yeah.
Like when your body is telling you, when your mind is telling you to do something for yourself, or just to do something in general. It could be something like you should take a walk, you should wash your hair, you should have that conversation, you should go to that event. Sometimes your intuition is going to tell you to do shit all the time it's going to tell you to do shit that you're not comfortable with.
Yeah.
And you got to be okay with that. You know what I mean? You got to do that. So if your mental health, or not your mental health, if your intuition is telling you to do something, take today as an opportunity to take a small step towards whatever that thing is. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
For sure.
Definitely. Day at a time, baby. Day at a time.
I think.
Mm-hmm. Man, it's a wonderful day outside, man.
Oh, it's a beautiful day. Let me give you a rundown of the event, y'all. So I said that we got a lot of mental health advocates here. We also got Power Gang here, and shout out to Power Gang because they just showed me something that was really interesting to me.
Yeah, definitely shout out to Power Gang.
They're rebranding themselves into a personal growth, I think they said, company, personal growth company.
Yep.
And they dropped a magazine last year. I don't remember the name right now, but I'm going to drop it in the link with the YouTube.
Yeah.
And I feel like that shit is dope.
They're an art and small business incubator as I look at their tent across from us.
I love that. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna reach out to them to be in that magazine because it look good.
Yeah, for sure.
I was looking at it like, hey, I like the
very good
look,
presentation. Man. You know what I mean? And the consistency too. You know, that's been the name that if you're around the local scene, you probably heard it for a long time. So just shout out to them for just being consistent because that's very difficult and it's underrated. The difficulty of being consistent, especially in creative spaces when you still have life to deal with. That's a very underrated accomplishment to have any type of consistency for a long amount of time. Any kind of branding. So I respect that. You know what I'm saying?
But to get back on topic though, with losing that mental battle, I think someone that has been. I don't even want to come at him because I don't know if he has been or hasn't been. But what do you think the inner dialogue is of Ja Morant right now? What do you think his inner dialogue is?
The other day, he was on Instagram and he had posted a scary post that kind of had people alarmed. Like the cops went to his house. He had posted, "Bad dad, bad mom, bad baby, I love you." No, he was like, "You're the greatest dad. You're the greatest mom." And it was like he's talking to his daughter. He said, "Baby, you're the greatest." Then it was like, "Bye." And I was kind of like, come on, bro. You know everybody's going to think when you post that. But it had me kind of fucked up. Like, damn, I'm about to see Ja Morant on the news. But I feel like his dialogue with him, I feel like it could be a lot of things. But if I had to be real with you, judging by his behavior, I would think his inner dialogue to the world and what he's thinking to himself is, y'all need to get off my dick. Fair. I'm just being real. Just because, and I'm not saying he's right or wrong about that, but just judging from his behavior, how he carries himself, the fact that he just lost $40 million for an incident that he just repeated, that just gives me the type of young man that's on some, get off my dick.
I think that's fair for
I feel like he needs a vet. And I feel like it's kind of, obviously he had some shit within him that was there with him before the NBA ever came into his life that he needed to take care of. And that's a fact. Like there's definitely something. And I don't like all these dudes on TV talking about, you ain't even like that. You ain't even this. You ain't even. Yo, shout out to Lil Wayne. Because he said the same quote about Ja Morant that I'm about to say. Do y'all know that boy? Do y'all? Everybody on TV talking about, everybody in y'all barbershops, oh, he ain't like that. Y'all don't really know that boy. He come from a small town, 3,000 people. Y'all don't know that boy. Y'all don't know what he been through. Y'all don't know his childhood like. Y'all to see his dad and then he can jump. I didn't know nothing about Ja Morant before I started seeing him jump out of gyms. I don't know what he was doing before college. I don't know. But what I do know is the NBA always going for these young players and trying to exit old dudes out the league is attributed to the type of behavior that you see and the type of culture where shit's out of control. Because when you're coming into a league and you have a Carmelo Anthony who no one wanted to pick up because he wasn't good enough, or you have a, you know what I'm saying, trying to take a Joe Johnson or another one of these vets that been there and done that, a former all-star that people respect, you're able to kind of wrangle them dudes in. When I'm a 23-year-old kid getting $230 million, how is a 25-year-old who ain't better than me going to wrangle me in?
That part.
I need somebody who I'm going to respect. You know who I respect about John Morant? Carmelo Anthony. LeBron James. I respect somebody who's been in my position before.
Yeah.
Steph Curry, who been there, who knows what it's like to be the man for a team, knows that pressure, knows what it's like to have a signature shoe and $300 million on the table. None of these dudes can relate to me. Get off my dick.
Yeah.
You don't understand me. And I'm not saying that like I feel like he's right by saying that, but I feel like that's what he's saying. Because I would feel the same way. I'm like, yo, bro, I just want to see you rich. I just want to see you not lose your fortune.
Right.
That's the only thing I want for John Morant. I don't want to criticize you. I just want to not look up and hear and see the John Morant doc about how you fell from grace. I don't want that at all for you. You know what I'm saying? At all. I just want to see you succeed. I feel like most of the community. But I just feel like you need to put people in positions to succeed. And the way the NBA is structured right now, they're not putting young players that maybe need a little bit more guidance in a position to succeed.
Right.
Because they're prioritizing even the teams.
But that's the thing, though, like, so that brings me to my where I feel. Like, I don't know that it's the NBA's job to give anyone guidance.
Yeah, it's not.
That's
I don't think it's their job.
I don't know if that's their job. I mean, should they? Yes.
Yes, they should.
Are they in a position to? Yes.
Yeah.
Would it be advantageous to even their business endeavors? Yes.
Yes, because they need John Morant in the league.
But is it their responsibility? Not necessarily.
It's not. It's not.
But the thing is though, I'm feeling like there's not really anyone that's going to be that person to really be like, yo, bro, like, this is why we shouldn't be doing that. And it's like, it's not even that he's necessarily doing something wrong. It's just that you're doing something that's going to make other things in your life difficult.
You're doing something wrong when you're the representative of a city, a company, and you're getting $230 million. Could I do that? Would it be wrong? It may be a little bit, but niggas wouldn't care.
And I also feel like, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like people in this life who use guns in a professional way, whether they're hired to be in the military, whether they're mercenaries, I just feel like people who really use guns, and he's not one of those people, right?
Yeah.
People who really use guns don't play with guns.
Yeah.
And then I don't agree with a lot of shit.
That's true for everybody. That's not just true for him. I've seen that in real life. That plays out. That's true.
I don't agree with a lot of shit that Charleston White says at all. But one thing he did say a while ago that really stuck with me was too many of our young men think that guns are toys.
Yeah.
And he even said, like, yo, they be dangling them in the videos and like it's a little play thing because they grew up playing with guns as toys or something else that was around people who had guns and they thought it was cool to give their nephew an unloaded gun and walk around the house and act like you're shooting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what ends up happening is guns do become toys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, I don't think that's a John Morant thing. I think that's a generational thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's very, look at the music videos. It's very generational.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a thing now. Like, so I don't know that he's doing anything out of character for real.
Yeah.
I just think that it's unfortunate that he's in the position that he's in because other people who do that don't have a lot to lose.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
You're right. Because it's like, yo, you can say, oh, he had a gun, he's allowed to do it. It's like, yo, bro, when you're the representative, when you represent a company like that, you're not allowed to do shit like that. Like
that part.
Whether you're sponsored, whether you're whatever dude's name, I'm trying to think of the black comedian doing the Old Spice commercials. Whether you're somebody like him, you know what I'm saying? JB Smooth. Ain't that JB Smooth? Whether you're a JB Smooth sponsored by, he can't do that shit either.
Yeah.
You're sponsored by Old Spice. Guess what? Steve Harvey, they asked Steve Harvey why he changed a lot of his jokes. He said, listen, I'm getting too much money now. I can't say everything I wanted to say. I'm getting Family Feud money. I'm getting this money. When you start getting paid a certain amount by certain people, you can't do everything you want. But guess what? You're always free to give the money back and do whatever you want if you want to.
Like your boy Dave Chappelle.
If you want to give it back and go back to the hood and wave the gun around and be broke, you can do that. You can do it. Let's give the money back. Get the money back, and I don't think that's unfair.
Give the money back is crazy.
$30 million for playing a game.
Nothing back.
You're getting $200+ million for playing a game, fam. Check yourself. That is a privilege. It is not a right. People do have it right about that. Yeah. Now, I don't want to do the whole power long because I'm a huge John Morant fan. The NBA need him. That's why they're trying so hard to keep him in the league.
Right.
Because Lord knows if this was any 15 man on any roster, he'd be gone. He'd be in China right now.
It wouldn't even have been on the news.
Bro, he'd be in China. We wouldn't even talk about it. ESPN wouldn't have talked about it. You know what I mean? Yeah,
it would have been out of here for real.
Yeah, ESPN wouldn't have talked about it. It would have been on the news. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, it definitely is. I don't know. It's just kind of sad. I just don't want to see my guy go out like that for real.
I feel like he still got a chance to be fine.
Yeah.
He just needs to. Realize that you can do all the gangster shit you want to do.
Yeah.
Just don't do it on camera.
Yeah. Facts.
You can do all the
like, yeah, bro. That's
you
the
can
thing,
do all
like,
that little.
Yeah.
You can do all the NBA young boy, all the King Von shit you want to do.
Yeah.
Just don't do it on camera.
Bro.
Ain't nobody telling you not to ride around with your homie with the yistle.
Yeah.
Ride around with the homie with the yistle. Just don't do it on camera.
Not on camera.
Just not on camera.
When I analyze crimes, I try to look past the moral part of it. Because, like, either somebody's doing some shit that I can morally understand or they're not. But I always try to follow the intelligence part. Why the hell would you're posting this? You are posting it. Your man, when he's seeing you in the car, your man dropped the phone like it was hot. Like, what the fuck, what are you doing? Yeah. You're mad at his friend.
Actually, I'm mad at the fact that they found a still from a moment that was less than a second and got that all over the media. Because honestly, if I'm watching the video the first time through, I don't even notice that the man got the gun.
Yeah. Bro, he sneaks it on his man. He just wanted a video of him and John Morant riding in the car. Here goes John Morant. Like, came out of nowhere.
I'm not even.
No ass gun rising up from the seat.
But that's the thing, though. I'm
like,
I'm mad that they found the still, cause he thought in this newest moment he thought that he was in private. He thought that nobody saw him.
Yeah.
So he was trying to do it off camera, but his man.
No,
but then, but wait.
His man had the camera on him first. He looked at the camera, and then little Istel rises from the bottom of the seat, and he's dangling it. What is this though? This is what I don't. Just don't hold it like this. Just change this for me first of all, because I hate how you hold guns, John Morant. Stop.
We asked last time, is it okay for a man to dangle anything? And I still haven't came up with one thing that I think
it's not okay for a man to dangle shit. Don't dangle nothing. Don't dangle anything if you're a man. I can't think of nothing that's okay for a man to dangle, bro.
I don't know. Nothing. I can't come up with one thing.
Nothing.
But I will say that I hope that man finds a way to coexist with his gangster side or whatever side and his NBA career, because it would be a wonderful thing to see him live out his NBA career to the fullest extent.
Yes.
And not really have to worry about being scrutinized or vilified or crucified for doing anything. And I hope that he can continue to play ball and just be the best he can be. You know what
Definitely.
I mean?
That's what I'm hoping for. Also, all you old niggas, y'all don't fucking know him.
What you mean?
Stop saying that. These old niggas, they be like, oh, you wasn't about that. You didn't grow up. Y'all don't know him.
As you talking to Stephen A. directly?
I'm talking to everybody who is acting like they know him.
Right.
You don't.
That part too.
You don't. Unless you're from his little town, unless you're going to tell me you know his peoples, you're on ESPN in L.A. You don't know this nigga. You don't know what he was doing before he got to the NBA or what he had to do to survive to get there.
You're right.
You have no clue. You sound ignorant as hell. Shut up with that shit.
You're right.
Give him advice if you want to. Don't act like you don't know him or that that's not in him. Shut up. Shut up. It don't make no sense.
We can't really comment on who he is because let's not pretend that basketball players and the intricacies of their personalities are things that the world has always been interested in.
Come on now.
Because it's not. In fact, someone told LeBron to shut up and play basketball when he commented on politics.
Yeah.
So let's not pretend like basketball players are these people who we know in depth their background and all this other stuff, because we don't.
We don't.
And people don't care.
They don't care.
They haven't cared.
Talent's the fan of fact. Y'all don't care. Y'all want him in the league. Right now, they're begging him to behave. They're not saying you're going to be out the league. They're like, what are you doing? That's what Adam Silver's doing. Ja, what are you doing? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Please with the guns. I told you to go to the range. I got you a range membership.
I got you a range membership.
What are you doing, Ja? That's what they want. They're going to lose money for him.
Right.
Oh, man.
What's our time, Corey? What we looking like? Half an hour? All right, bet.
Yeah,
so,
man.
I think that it's been very interesting though, looking at how things are developing for, I feel like, just the broader African American community.
Yeah.
I think that the last few years have been interesting for us in particular because we're trying to figure out how we should be navigating these spaces of entertainment in a new way.
Yeah.
Because being a rapper now is different than it was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Being an athlete, black athlete now is
Way
different
different.
than it was 20 years
Way
ago.
different. Way
Being
different.
a black content creator, content creation is new.
Content creation wasn't a thing 20 years ago.
Exactly.
So it was, but the term and the people didn't say, yo, I'm a content creator. If I'd have said that to you in 2000, you would have just looked at me like I spoke some alien shit.
Right.
You're what?
Right.
You know what I mean?
And so I think that it's becoming very, it's a DIY world.
Yeah.
For, young African American people, and not even young, all of us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a DIY situation where we're all trying to figure out some new ways to navigate these pre-existing and new channels.
Yeah.
And I think that I'm seeing a lot of dope things pop up that I want to support and I want to be a part of in any type of way.
Yeah.
Not in any type of way, but being able to offer genuine support.
Yeah,
whether
absolutely.
I'm consuming a product or I'm helping sponsor something. You know what I mean? I think that for anybody watching, take the opportunity to look at your city and see what's new, what's popping up. Because living in Pittsburgh, I realize when people hit me up like, bro, what is there to do? I'm like, yo, I'm not tapping in most of the time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about a lot of new stuff because I'm not tapping in.
Yeah, we just found out there was a Pittsburgh Art Chalk Festival that we didn't know.
Just
the second
found that
annual.
out
Had
today,
no clue.
And this has been the second year of it. So sometimes we kind of get lost in like looking at like what is happening. You know what I mean? So all that to say, I feel like it's important to find a work-life balance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And whatever you're trying to get out and do, you need to set aside some time, almost like you set aside a checklist. You feel me?
Yeah.
Set aside some time to get to know your surroundings.
Yeah.
Set aside some time to get to know what's going on and wherever you at. Because when you do that, you'll get these experiences and you'll meet these new people.
Yeah.
The last couple months of my life, I've been entering spaces that have opportunities for me that I wouldn't have known were there if I didn't enter the space to begin with.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So I'm just going to encourage you to enter new spaces. You feel me?
Yeah. Take the first step out there. You might feel anxious about going. You might be like, I don't feel like going. Take the first step.
Facts, I don't feel like going.
I don't feel like going.
I don't ever feel like going, but going has never really hurt me.
I don't feel like going probably blocked mad blessings for you.
It absolutely is.
I don't feel like going probably blocked mad blessings for you. Like it's probably mad stuff you missed out on because I don't feel like going.
Yeah.
I don't really got it in me today. Hey, I'm guilty. I'm guilty to saying because I gave LaL example. There's things we got, opportunities we got that we never would have got if we ain't just decided to step out to an event that we didn't feel like going to. You know what I mean? So it happens. You know what I mean? So that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact, though. That's a fact.
It's a fact.
It's a fact. You never know what you're gonna find, fam.
You know, like I think that because I realize that I always have a little bit of I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Because I genuinely like I'm an only child.
Yeah.
I'm an only child. I grew up learning how to be by myself and entertain myself, keep myself busy, really enjoy alone time. So I've become a bit of a hermit. Like recently my mom passed away, right? And I was speaking to one of my older cousins, and he was like, yo, what you been up to, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm a bit of a hermit. He was like, yeah, all the men on our side of the family are. And it took me aback because when I thought about it, all my grandmother's brothers are hermits. It's not that they don't go places, it's just that they stay in their lane. Yeah. And they don't add a lot of people into their daily life. Yeah. Okay. They'll go out, mix and mingle, but on the usual, they're dolo. You know what I mean? Even the worst person saying that to me, shout out to my cousin Ronique, he was like, yeah, we all hermits, we gotta come out of that. And I'm like, damn, we all are kind of just like off on our own, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I think that coming out of that is it's my homage to my mom, but it's also me realizing that in order to live to the fullest, you have to have community.
You do, bro.
You know what I mean?
You do. You got to be able to step out there. You miss a lot of stuff when you step out. Like so much stuff I would never would get a chance to do if you just don't take a risk.
Right.
So I remember going to New York with my friends because we had when you was in school, Kev and Kai and all them. That's because we had opportunity to perform for BET. I didn't have $1 in my pocket.
Right.
Not $1 in my pocket. I would never want to go anywhere. That's the number one thing my mom always told me. You never leave town with no bread.
Yeah.
But I had 3 friends. It's like, yo, I promise you, we will get up there. We will get back. You will not be hungry.
Yeah.
That's all I needed.
Make sure you got food.
We're going to get up there.
We're
going to get back. You will not be hungry. Right? When I'm up there.
And that's God right there. When you got people in your life that's like, yo, take part of this opportunity. I don't care what you can contribute financially or anything because you're contributing that just by being here.
Just by being here.
Yeah, I mean, your personality, your energy is the contribution.
That's rare. That's a blessing
make
people
sure
don't,
you
bro.
come because you are the contribution.
That's a blessing people don't respect a lot. Like, my mom always told me one thing that I fully believed. You lucky if you get one real friend in your life.
Ooh,
one.
Lucky if you get one.
One.
To have multiple?
One.
Is
so
a life
I've always been like, damn,
lived.
I must be blessed up.
I must be blessed
because
up.
when I was a kid, I'm like, either my whole world finna crumble around me in the next 10 years or I must be blessed up. And most of my dogs are still here. So I must be blessed up. You know what I mean? Because I knew that was going to come true. Either I would see how lucky I was or I would see how real my mom's saying was. But both of those things came to be true.
Yeah.
Because she was right. I've seen it with me and with a lot of other people. You're lucky if you get one friend. So if you got more than one that's going to support you like that, you got more than a lot of people, man.
Having a real friend. Like, let's talk about that, though.
Yeah.
How do y'all define a real friend? Drop a comment. Let us know what a real friend is to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
What's up, bro? Let us know what a real friend is to you because when we say you only get one real friend, I'm thinking of a person that's going to even, like, I always think about the worst case scenario. If I was to pass, who would look after the fam? Who would reach out to my family? To even spend some time. You know what I mean? My mom passed before me, but I always thought, for some reason, I always thought in terms of I passed before my mom. Like, who would take care of my mom? You know
I feel like you always think about that when you were like a young man, especially in our culture, and you come up in that household.
That's wild.
That's a whole nother topic, but it's just like
a whole nother topic.
I feel like when you're a young man in our culture, you coming up in a single mom household, you always think in terms of if something happens to me. Like, your mom not 40 years older than you. When you a black man, it's like if something happens to me,
I didn't even think about that until you just said that.
And it's crazy because that's not the natural selection of things. Your mom is older than you, and if everything goes naturally, she's supposed to leave before you. But just as us, I feel the same way. I always think in terms of if I go, who does X, Y, and Z for my mom? I'm not even thinking about my mom. This is how you think for real.
That's wild.
It's almost like your mom's your baby a little bit, to be real. Like,
that's wild because I always thought
that trying to protect her.
Unconsciously, I always thought that I would pass before my mom. And that's wild because I never even thought about that until we just said that. Like, you thinking like, oh, which one of my homies is going to look after my rays? And like, damn, like, you ain't even think that. You know what I mean? It's just like we accept. We got a deaf culture. You know what I mean?
Bro, I tell everybody, people think I'm crazy. I never thought in my wildest dreams until I was like 25 until I was 22 that I was hitting 30. Till I was 20, you couldn't tell me I was hitting 30 where I was growing up. You couldn't tell me. And it wasn't no big deal. It wasn't like I'm like, I'm just like 30. What you talking about, nigga?
I looked at 30-year-olds like they were genuinely old people.
30?
I really did.
I'm going to be 30. I was like, 30 I thought was crazy. 30 I thought was like crazy. I used to be like, nah, there ain't no way. And I'm just being serious. Like, where I was coming up, it was serious. Like, my first 2 years in high school, we had 6 school shootings.
6
people that got hit.
Damn.
No news reports, no nothing. No
cops
just a
school shooting
down.
2 days ago at Oliver.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You don't hear anything about this type of stuff that happens in our culture. Like, if it happens at a different school, but when I went to a different school, there was a little bit more, it was a little bit more, I'm going to say, it varied. And the type of people that went there, it varied. It wasn't all one type of people. The moment somebody mentioned a gun, we had 9 police stations down there. There was dogs walking through the school. I went to school where somebody got shot in the school. I was in school the next day. It was no extra cops.
First of all, the school was open the next day.
Not one. Dude got shot outside the school. They dragged him into school. I was walking to school when he got shot. They dragged him into school. There was no extra cops the next day. I went to Westinghouse High School. Oh, yeah. Somebody went to Westinghouse with me, fam. You know what I mean?
I will say Westinghouse has gotten they've responded a lot better in the last few years.
They're way better than we were there.
There was an incident that happened about 5 months ago, and they were shut down for a week. They tried to do grief counseling. Like, they responded a lot better.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I'm proud to see that.
I'm happy Westinghouse is doing so much better now as far as the structure of the school. Because when it was just wild. Like, I told everybody, my 2 high schools was like Lean on Me and High School Musical.
Damn.
It was like lean on that's what my 2 high schools was like. Cause I went from 250 kids all from my hood. Everybody got guns on them. We all walking home to 2,000 kids from everywhere, cops everywhere, metal detectors everywhere, like scholarships, all types of people. It was so big that every day I would see somebody I didn't know. So to go from 250 kids where 60s graduating to 2,000, it was like an adjustment for me. I was in there like, this is wild, man.
And so I think that I think we underestimate what that environment does to the mental.
Bro, it does. I definitely know I have some trauma. My girl tell me sometimes, I can tell how you talk about some of the shit that you still have trauma. Because I'll be riding through somewhere and I'm like, man, I remember these niggas just trying to kill me up here.
And be smiling. Laughing at it, like talking about it. Like,
it's just a random story.
I remember when we got jumped by a bunch of, like.
That's where I associate that place. I'm like, yeah, I remember I was walking my brother and sister to school. These niggas had the pistol on me. I had to pop my shit, put them in school, take the other way home. She just like.
Like
you have a lot of. I'm like, do I have trauma? That was just a childhood story.
That's playing outside to
like
me.
Going to the park.
That's playing outside.
Yeah, like
playing outside.
But maybe there is something there. You know what I mean?
No.
That you have to address eventually.
It's like because we got a mixtape out. If you didn't know, called Grits and Grenades. It's pretty old. It's about 10 years old at this point.
Yeah.
We've been working on the second iteration. We already made it. Probably gonna remake it. But beside the point. Grits and Grenades symbolizes waking up in the morning, right? And your breakfast, the meal that you break your fast with, is violence. It's like you wake up to this life, and in order to start your day, you ingest violence. Yes. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of people have to do that and don't even realize what that's doing to them. And they don't even realize that they got to do that. You know what I mean? They feel like it's every day. Like, oh, today I woke up, took a piss and looked out the blinds.
Yeah.
Grabbed my strap and looked out the blinds before I did anything else. Like, it's really, like, it's in the music, but it's really like that's how a lot of people feel.
Yeah, that's how you feel. And people want to say it's in the music too, but also I got a lot of my shit from my environment. You know what I mean? People was like, oh, it's the music. I had people directly on top of me, around me, giving me that type of influence. I didn't need a rapper where I grew up. I didn't need one.
Yeah, the rap is a reflection of
influences.
Art imitates life, life imitates art.
Facts.
So it's not even just like rap is making us
the life is making them rap about that.
Right.
Like the life that they're living is making them rap about that. I promise you.
And then it's like a cyclical, you know, as one does the other does, and it becomes this thing where it just kind of fuels each other.
Yeah.
And I think, Grits and Grenades, we don't really realize how that should affect us, but and we don't know what. And on that note, we want to wrap up the pod, man.
Yeah. And, wait, hold on. Shout out to Power Gang, my man Kron, because he hit the stage like a bomb.
It's about to be lit. Yo, it's been amazing talking to y'all. It's been amazing the fact that you showed up. And I want to say thank you again to House of Wax, to Corey Ochai.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm Lum.
I'm Lum. Shout out to Juliandra for the art.
Shout out to Juliandra pbjcustoms for the art. I can't believe I forgot to say that earlier. She did this beautiful mural for us. Shout out to her. Shout out to you for tuning in.
For sure.
This is the Lum LaL show, and we're gonna holler at you on a consistent basis. Make sure you tune in, man.
New and improved, baby. Peace easy.
Greatness approaching newer generations. One more time, that's people inspired.